Good morning, and welcome to Adelphi University's 129th commencement. At this time, we ask that all of our guests be seated. The student processional will begin in a few minutes, but first, I have some general announcements to share with you. The ceremony is expected to end around 1 o'clock p.m. Guests and children are not permitted onto the arena floor. This last announcement is most important. Commencement is a special day for each and every graduate who will cross the stage. As a gesture of mutual respect, graduating students and guests should remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. Please remain seated as we begin the student procession of the class of 2025. Please direct your attention to the center aisle and welcome the class of 2025. Now entering the arena, the candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences. Please welcome the candidates from the College of Nursing and Public Health. Please welcome the candidates from the Gordon F. Derner School of Psychology. Now entering are the candidates from the School of Social Work. Now entering are the candidates from the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business. Now entering are the candidates from the Ruth S. Ammon College of Education and Health Sciences. Please welcome the candidates from the College of Professional and Continuing Studies. Those who are able, please rise and remain standing as we recognize the faculty of Adelphi University. Please remain standing for the procession of the platform party, led by the mace bearer, Dr. Robert E. Bradley. Please remain standing for the procession of the platform party, led by the mace bearer, Dr. Robert E. Bradley, followed by the university's executive leadership and university leadership, university trustees, and honorary degree recipient Admiral James Stavridis, Provost of the Board of Trustees, Mark Dr. S. Christopher Storm. Provost and Executive Vice President Dr. Christopher Storm. And Adelphi's President, Dr. Christine M. Reardon.
Good morning, Adelphi. I know you're happier than that. Good morning, Adelphi. There we go. Welcome to our 129th commencement ceremony. Please be seated. This is always one of my favorite days at the university because it's just so fabulous to see all of the smiling faces of our graduates, the families, the friends, and the colleagues. Thank you all for supporting them on this remarkable journey. To our graduates, this moment, this day, is a real testament to your hard work and a dedication to your goals. I've been fortunate to witness thousands and thousands of graduates cross this stage during my career, including my incredible 10 years as president here at Adelphi. While every class is unique, there's one thing that every student has in common. You know you're not the same person today that you were at the beginning of your college journey. As much as you've learned in your classes, you've learned even more about life and the amazing things that you're capable of. Your personal lives have been transformed significantly in just a few years, and the world around us has evolved rapidly. As you step into the next chapter of your life, remember two things. Adaptability and resilience are the keys to navigating this ever-changing landscape. Your future is going to be filled with unknowns. Good ones, bad ones, exciting ones. Embrace them all. You will find your greatest opportunities in the unknown. You will encounter many new experiences and challenges. Be open to all of them, as they will shape you into a stronger, more versatile individual. Apply the lessons you've learned here at Adelphi with passion and purpose, and you will continue to find your success. But remember, success is not solely measured by achievements you accumulate. The impact you have on others is long-lasting, and the impact you'll have on the world around you is a greater measure of your success. So stay connected to your roots and give back to the communities that have supported you. Stay curious, keep learning as you advance your career, and remember to come back to Adelphi if you want to pursue your graduate degree. Your pursuit of knowledge doesn't end today. It is a lifelong pursuit that will continue to help you sharpen your skills. Each one of you has the power to create change, to innovate, to lead, believe in yourself and your ability to shape the future. You've already shown extraordinary resilience, creativity, dedication in reaching this milestone today. And as you choose your path forward, continue to expect extraordinary from yourselves and from your life. Congratulations, class of 2025. Your hard work has paid off, and now the world is waiting for you. I also want to give a special shout out to our women's lacrosse team. The seniors are absent from today's ceremony because they are traveling to the NCAA Final Four for the second year in a row. And let's also give a big round of applause to our men's lacrosse team who's going to the NCAA National Championship this Sunday for the second year in a row. hope they both bring home that championship trophy. All right, if you're able, please stand for our national anthem to be sung by two of our gifted music education majors, Daniela Berea Velasquez and Nicolette Vignona.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was beautiful. Thank you, Daniela and Nicolette. Give them another round of applause. Please be seated. I would like to acknowledge a group of people who volunteer their time and work tirelessly on behalf of Adelphi and our students. The members of our Board of Trustees give us countless hours and tremendous support in unique and generous ways. I'd like now for our trustees who are present to please stand and be recognized. Please help me in welcoming Mark S. Trishon, Chair of Board of Trustees, to offer congratulations.
Take it all in. What an absolutely fantastic, wonderful day. Thank you, Dr. Reardon, faculty, trustees, friends of Adelphi. Give Dr. Reardon one more round of applause, please. We have outstanding leadership in this wonderful, wonderful university. So good morning, graduates, parents. As chair of the Board of Trustees, it is both my honor for the final time in this role and also my pleasure to stand before you today. Today is a celebration not only of your individual accomplishments, but also the collective energy, the perseverance, and the brilliance that define Adelphi University and your hard work. To the class of 2025, the board and I salute you for all you do, for all you represent. Every year, when I see all these wonderful cap and gowns, I get excited. I am ready to embrace you all as individuals as you embrace your next challenge. I picture myself in your shoes. Yeah, I sat out there once. 1981, proud, excited. But in my parents' household, people of Bahamian descent, education was paramount. It was the reason we were going to get to the next level. It was the portal that allowed us to bring change to a family. And Adelphi University was where that last chapter of my life began. Education being paramount. All I knew when I came here was that Adelphi was in some place called Garden City, Long Island. I didn't know exactly where this was, nor did I know exactly where my path would lead me. But Adelphi left an indelible mark on my life, ladies and gentlemen. It introduced me to some incredible people, unbelievable friends, great experiences, and fantastic knowledge, brought together by these outstanding professors, adjuncts, etc. Give them a round, please. I, Mark Stevenson Strachan, the son of Francis and Melrose Strachan, a young man of modest means from Bushwick, Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn in the house? Yes, Brooklyn is always in the house. I hung my hat in Garden City for 4 great years. And per my parents' direction, I let them know I was here. And I had a damn good time doing it too. I have since found myself in countless situations. where I made connections or had the intellectual advantage, good, bad, or indifferent, because someone I knew or something I had learned at Adelphi was relevant. I could use it. I could use it to open doors. I could use it to impact my life. I could use it to change the direction of other people's lives. Simply put, my education here prepared me to thrive in virtually every aspect of life, professional or otherwise. But just as important, Adelphi helped me find my self-confidence, further building the confidence that I already had, and the self-assuredness that interpersonal skills come from. All of that wonderful stuff is not only in the world, but is developed, fine-tuned, and seasoned with some wonderful human spice on a college campus. And over the next several years, as I began to develop my career in advertising and marketing, I gained perspective about my time here. So fast forward a couple of decades, I found myself longing to get involved again. I found myself longing to give back in some ways to the university that helped make me who I am. And as I became more engaged, and I'm more than ever passionate about ensuring that our community of Panthers, remains strong and diverse for many more decades. And when I eventually became a trustee and then chairman of the board, it was some of the most important and proudest moments in my life. I'm going to fight back some tears here because I never thought that could happen. Adelphi gave me the right to stand here before you today. I began my tenure as chair as we were navigating through the disorientating and the isolating fog of a global pandemic. Today, I close this chapter in a time that is equally uncertain, ladies and gentlemen, where higher education is being questioned, rights are under assault, and truth itself is often negotiated. Truth should never be negotiated. And yet, here you are, bold, resilient, and ready to take your respective places in the world. You're not simply graduating today, you are emerging, and with that emergence comes responsibility. So therefore, I challenge each and every one of you to embrace. Do not accept the world simply as it is presented to you. Refuse, and I'll say that again, refuse the status quo that aims to shrink your dreams. Confront those who try to place mental, spiritual, or moral shackles on your soul. Push back against complacency and create the world that you believe in and that you want to have. And last and foremost in that area, do not accept manipulation for mentorship. Do not accept manipulation for mentorship. This is not just poetic language, ladies and gentlemen. This is a heartfelt directive. I'm asking you to do what you need to do to drive our world forward. You have been nurtured, tested, and make no mistake, we, your Board of Trustees, 80% of us are alums, are so proud to call you Adelphi alums. You have worked hard to ensure that this institution remains the launch pad and not the finish line. We are proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the work that I've done as chair. I've fought along my fellow trustees to expand access, deepen engagement, and position this university for the future. And I can confidently say that I'm turning over the reins to very capable hands. Chair-elect Michael Balboni and the incoming leadership team are ready to keep the fire stoked and the mission alive. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a moment to thank every parent, guardian, loved one, partner that trusted us with your most precious gifts. Thank you for believing in Adelphi. To our students, thank you for choosing this institution as part of your sacred journey. Your presence here is a part of our legacy. To President Christine Reardon, your partnership, your collaboration, your 10 years have made an unbelievable lasting impact, and I thank you on behalf of the Board of Trustees. To the faculty, staff, thank you for being the heartbeat of this university. You teach, you guide, you mentor, you support, and without fanfare, but always with fierce dedication. Graduates, let me leave you with this. There will be hurdles. Life is built on hurdles, but we are Panthers. We leap over hurdles. We maneuver around them. And if all else fails, kick that shit out of the way. You are prepared. You are powerful. You are needed. And so on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I challenge you, go forth and conquer. Chair Strachan, out.
Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you, Chair Strachan. Thank you so much for all you do for Adelphi, all you've done for Adelphi, and for our students. At this time, I would like to introduce Adelphi's leader responsible for curriculum and overseeing our graduates' academic journeys. Please welcome Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Christopher Storm.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reardon. It is my honor and privilege to be with you at today's commencement ceremony as Adelphi University's Provost. This is a really big day for all of you, and it is a special day for us at Adelphi as well, because we would not be the community that we are without each of you. Your intellectual curiosity is part of what makes us a thriving academic and research institution. Your creativity brings to our campus amazing art, dance, music, and theater. And your kindness makes our community welcoming. There are so many qualities that you contribute that make Adelphi a distinctly special place to get an education. But we also recognize that our relationship is a two-way street, that Adelphi has helped to shape each of you into who you have become today and who you will be. Our faculty has been deeply invested in inspiring and educating you, guiding you towards your goals, towards opportunities that you've had to grow your perspective to see. Our entire leadership, faculty, and staff is committed to helping you to succeed. We want nothing more than for each of you to become everything that you've dreamed of being. And on that note, you may have heard that this year's Forbes and Wall Street Journal rankings have placed Adelphi as the top private university on Long Island. We've moved up significantly in these rankings, in large part because the rankings methodologies have finally begun to emphasize student outcomes, something that we at Adelphi have long known is important and crucial. I say this not as a boast, well, not entirely, but because of what it says about you, a new Adelphi graduate. Those rankings recognize that Adelphi produces graduates who are successful, high-earning, and influential, no matter where they started from, what their economic background is. In other words, no matter where you've come from, you are now part of an alumni family that has prepared you for a successful future. And that is something that we can all be proud of. So let's applaud our graduates today for their hard work and persistence. You've each accomplished so much. And to all of the loved ones who have supported the graduates of the class of 2025, thank you as well for your contributions. No student does it alone. We appreciate it and are very grateful. Here with a message for you on behalf of the Adelphi University faculty is Dr. Carl Mira, Associate Professor in the Ruth S. Ammon College of Education and Health Sciences and the Chair of Adelphi University's Faculty Senate.
Good morning. Thank you, President Reardon, Provost Storm, the energized and energizing Chair Stratton. Never good to follow a speech after him. The incoming Chair, Mr. Balboni, Admiral Stavridis, colleagues, distinguished alum, family and friends, and most of all, you, the class of 2025, congratulations. At the risk of sounding like a sycophant, an insincere, flattering person, I turn to my colleagues and I give a nod to them. I know you are in good hands because I've become a better teacher and a scholar as a result of my colleagues. Very generous crowd with the applause. I like it, thank you. I want to talk very briefly about resilience and division, what Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl connects to meaning and purpose, and what motivational speaker Anthony Robbins calls awakening the giant within you. These seemingly disparate ideas, drawing on writers with ambiguous legacies, are in fact deeply connected. There's a lot of chatter today about the value of higher education. It's a part of our divided culture that uses the media to polarize us. Yet college grads, that's you, earn more than their non-college degree counterparts over the career span. I just read that in the Conservative American Enterprise Institute report. So you have that to look forward to. The college degree is also evidence of something very important, something you'll be holding in your hands in a few moments. That degree is evidence of your resilience. There's a lot of chatter about resilience today, and I don't mean it in a glib way. What I'm about to say, I say with every cell of my being, which may make it even the more corny as I proceed. Your degree is evidence of staying up all night studying for finals, writing and rewriting papers, or perhaps concocting stories about a last-minute computer glitch so you can hand in your paper late. You know who you are, I'm still looking for you. But you stuck with it, you persevered, and you faced those challenges without giving up, and no one can take that away from you. No one can take away what it represents, tenacity, consistency. You have the honor of earning a degree and all the sweat and tears that went into it. You are resilient whether you know it or not. Psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, who was imprisoned in a Nazi concentration camp and whose family perished in that ghastly historical nightmare, teaches us a whole lot about resilience. He had the opportunity to leave. He actually did escape a Nazi concentration camp and returned. I'll spare you all the details of why, but he teaches us something that really guides my life. He put it this way: everything can be taken from you except the last of human freedoms, and that's the freedom to choose your attitude in any circumstance. But you don't have to be Viktor Frankl, and I'm no way suggesting that earning a degree is any way comparable to the pernicious and vicious nightmare that took place in Europe between 1933 and 1945. What I am suggesting is that ordinary people like you and I can do extraordinary things when our resilient spirit is awakened. Many of you today will go on to do extraordinary things. That is a fact. A little delay on the pause, but I'll still take them, thank you. I learned about resilience in new ways over the past year and a half, big and small. First from my daughter. She struggled academically throughout her life. She said, "Dad, please don't say that to a big crowd." Apologies, Sabrina. She's currently a medical assistant, works full-time, going to school full-time, and raising a daughter, my beautiful granddaughter, Avi. Had to get that in the speech somewhere. It's a monumental challenge to go to school full-time and raise a family. And I asked her quite sincerely, how are you able to manage it? And she simply said, I have a goal. Nothing is going to stand in my way. Nothing. If you have a goal, if you have a desire, nothing will ever stand in your way. What I see in my daughters, what I see in so many of you, I would name you, but there'd be too many to name, and I would forget people as well, so I apologize for that. I've also learned a lesson of resilient optimism over the past year with my work with Ukrainian students in Ukraine. I visited a high school that was hit by a Russian missile airstrike. They rebuilt the school rather quickly, and the students returned to school. There was something very interesting as I walked into the building, a photograph on each classroom door. Every door had a photograph, and they were similar, each of these photographs. You know what those photographs depicted? They were pictures of the school when it was blown up and in shambles. I don't think you'd ever see that in a US school, and maybe for good reason. But imagine being reminded every day that your school was nearly blown to the ground. When I arrived in the classroom, I couldn't help but ask the students spontaneously, what's the deal with all these pictures? They motivate us, one student pounced on my question. Another said with approval, the invaders aren't going to stop us from learning. You likely have experienced a similar feeling in your life. You aren't going to let adversaries or haters stop you. You will use it as motivation. You know, the next time something that disrupts your goal, whether it's a missile or a condescending remark, you will find the motivation to reach that goal. I see the applause have been exhausted at this point. Okay. Very good, very good. There we go. All right. It is not always easy to remain resilient and optimistic. You may have noticed we live in turbulent times. There are those that wish to keep us distracted and divided and confused. We are indeed distracted from distraction by distraction, as the poet T.S. Eliot put it long ago, and he wrote that long before DMs, doom-scrolling Andrew Tate and Kim Kardashian. We can get into a deep conversation on the manipulative social media algorithms that contributed to this phenomenon, but the professor is going to spare you a lecture today. The point here is that in these erratic times, it's easy to become discouraged and demoralized. Your optimism can succumb to a paralyzing pessimism. You could see adversaries everywhere you look, or you could see opportunities. I'm almost done. My mentor liked to share a story about his work with death row inmates at the Lucasville prison in Ohio. There was a rebellion or a riot, depending on one's perspective, and in that circumstance, in that uprising, a corrections officer was killed. Very tragic, tragic indeed. The prisoner arrested for the murder, according to eyewitnesses, was the wrong man. So two groups of prisoners united to bring justice to that case. You know who those two groups were? One was the Black Muslims, and the other group was the Aryan Nation. Yes, the Black Muslims and the Aryan Nations worked together to bring justice in that case. So I say to you, if these two groups can work together for a greater cause of truth and justice, we could talk to our neighbor, whether he has a Trump flag or a Biden flag, and not hate them. So to summarize, if you have a goal, whether it's a career to support your family, to obtain your education despite invader bombing your school, or to find justice behind prison walls, nothing can stop you and nothing will stop you when you awaken the giant within. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you so much, Professor Mira. I now ask that the Adelphi University faculty stand and be recognized by the class of 2025. Graduates, throughout your education at Adelphi, you have encountered many dedicated educators, mentors, and scholars. They are committed to your academic growth and to your success in achieving your goals. For their integral part of your Adelphi journey, let's thank them again. Thank you to our faculty. Please be seated. And now to represent the Adelphi class of 2025, I am pleased to call upon Joe Sawma, Class President. I can see how he got elected. Joe is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Arts and Sciences today. Please welcome Joe.
New York Knicks in 6, and New York. I heard there were some seniors in the house. Give it up for the class of 2025. Good afternoon, President Reardon, Board of Trustees, staff, faculty, students, and of course, the amazing class of 2025. I'm incredibly grateful today and honored to be standing here as the president of our senior class. Today is a day of excitement, a day of pride. We're all sitting in the same seats today, but did not take the same road to be sitting in these seats. So take this moment to look around and realize, how did your road look like and who were your road mates during these past years? A little bit about me. My name is Joe. I was born and raised in the Middle East, in a country roughly the size of Long Island called Lebanon. Four years ago, in 2021, after surviving a massive explosion that summer, I came to the It became real grim real quick. I came to the United States for the first time in my life. I came here after just turning 18 years old, and after just packing my entire life into 2 suitcases. For most people, it meant navigating a new school. For me, it meant starting a new life on a side of the world I had never stepped a foot in, and where I knew no one for miles and miles around. At first, I felt like I was all by myself. But then it hit me, and I realized, wait, I'm all by myself. It was my chance to start from scratch. It was my chance to build myself up from the ground up. And I had this one belief, and it drove me crazy. I believed that if I really wanted to in life, I could. I believed that in a country like this, and a college like Adelphi, I had no reason to be just another student. So I got to work, and I didn't wait for people to come up to me. I went up to them. And strangers I saw in Eddie Hall freshman year turned into classmates, and classmates turned into friends, and friends turned into family, and I mean it when I say family. Because the strangers I've got to meet thousands of miles away from home are today the closest people to my heart. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. We all found our people. We all found our people. We all found them. The ones who saved you a seat at the booth by Asian Fusion in the UC. The ones who ask you for a meal swipe every single day. You're welcome, Helguero. The ones you spent the nights in Swerble Library every single night last week. They made the chaos of college. Yep. They made the chaos of college feel like an adventure. But let's be honest, class of 2025, it was not always that easy. We came to Adelphi towards the end of the COVID-19 pandemic. We had to wear masks that first semester, if you remember, and we still had to work in groups, and we still had to know each other, and we had to abstain from hangouts if somebody had a cough, just in case they had COVID. But we did not give up. We still found ways to bond, and we still made memories. But listen up. In a world so loud in war and politics, the hardest problems we fought were actually the quiet ones. So let's talk about the real MVPs here. You guys who juggled morning classes and late night jobs. You guys who changed your major once or twice under pressure because the world expected you to figure it out at 18 years old. The ones who showed up to class on an empty stomach, not knowing when or if there would be a next meal, but still had to put a smile on your face and pretend like everything was possible. And pretend that everything was all right. But somehow you still delivered and still showed up because quitting was never an option. Your tears from that one night, because we all had a one night, when you thought everything was impossible, you made it here today. What an absolute champion you are. Give yourself a round of applause. And as we look back at our experiences, we owe it back to Adelphi, its faculty, and its administration that made these experiences possible. The small class sizes made us not just a number. It really did not make us a number. It made us a name. And the opportunities to get involved on campus, they were countless. And I've had my own fair share of experience on campus, and I know that you did too. We all had a club or an event that was dear to us. And for me, it was being student government president and launching my own initiative, loud for student government. And when I launched my own initiative on campus to combat food insecurity, it was called A Meal for Me, A Meal for You. And with everyone's contribution, we raised over $8,000 in food items to confidentially help students who needed it. By Panthers, for Panthers. But beyond leadership roles, ask yourself, what made your journey more homey? Your home away from home? Ask yourself that question. In my opinion, it was finding your own people on campus. Whether it was LSA, BSU, SAB, club sports, you name it, we all found our people on campus. And you will forever remember when they became such a big part of your college experience. And I still remember when I got introduced to members of the Greek life community. One of my brothers now, Elion, came up to me sophomore year and asked me if I wanted to join Greek life. And being the international student that I was, and English being my third language, I was so confused. Because why would you ask the Middle Eastern kid if you wanted to join Greek life? And now thinking about it, Elion, you're not even Greek. But after some clarification and taking a step out of my comfort zone, it's safe to say that I've had the best years of my life being a brother of Pi Lambda Phi fraternity. Through it, I've made memories I know I'll never have again. It was a sense of brotherhood I will remember forever. And while my path led me to sorority and fraternity life, each of us found our own communities that shaped us in ways we'll carry on forever. Because at the end of the day, it was the moments and the people that defined our college journey. And to my friends, I may not be in America after today, and there's not much I can promise, but there's one thing I can tell you is that wherever I walk and with everything I do, I'll be carrying a piece of you in my heart. And I hope people will get to see, through me, what kind of beautiful people you were. And as I close my remarks, I want you to look around one last time. Look around. You may very well be sitting next to near the next big thing of our generation. And while you're looking at someone else, just know someone is looking at you, thinking that you might be that next big thing. And I can't tell you how you're going to succeed, but I can tell you that you have as good of a shot as the person sitting next to you. And whoever tells you otherwise is standing in your way. And in many times, that person is yourself. And that is why I want to leave you today with a refreshing breath to what you want to fearlessly achieve outside of these doors. Life will throw stones at you, and it will be rough at some points, but always remember that the world fears the person who refuses to stop fighting. And that is why I want you all to fight for your seat at the table. And I even want you to fight for that seat to be at the head of that table. The American dream is not just a story written by others, it's a story that you can write as well. It's not about fitting into a mold, it's about breaking that mold and redefining what's possible. This country was built on the boldness of those who dare to dream big, so what's stopping you from dreaming even bigger? And let me tell you what I wholeheartedly believe in, and it's that as long as the grass is green in the greatest country on God's green earth, and as long as the brown and gold shine bright at Adelphi University, nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever dare to stand in your way. America, this is not a goodbye. This is a see you later. Class of 2025, let me hear you. Where are you? Don't just knock on doors, kick them open. Panthers, we rule. Let's take over the world. And lastly, as senior class president, I want to share the impact we've had over the past year. The Senior Legacy Campaign is an Adelphi tradition through which members of the graduating class come together to support future generations of Adelphi students. These gifts are a way of leaving our legacy and a vote of confidence and encouragement to future Adelphi students. Thank you to 170 seniors and their families who generously contributed with $15,000 to create our Class of 2025 Scholarship Fund. We will be able to continue supporting Panthers through the scholarship today and for years to come. President Reardon, would you please join me for the presentation of our Senior Legacy Campaign gift?
Let's give Joe another round of applause. Now to preside over the awarding of our honorary degree, I call President Christine Reardon to return to the podium.
So you just got a glimpse into why I love my job so much. It's because we have amazing students here at Adelphi. Thank you to all of the seniors for your legacy gift, and I can't wait to have you back as alumni. As Provost Storm mentioned, a great tradition of the Academy is to award an honorary degree at commencement. Our Board of Trustees bestows the honor to recognized, esteemed individuals of remarkable accomplishment. These honorees are inspiring proof that education and persistence offer endless possibilities. I will now ask Board Chair Strachan to join me again to help bestow our honorary degree. I'm thrilled to welcome our 2025 honorary degree recipient and commencement speaker. Admiral James DeBritis is a retired U.S. Navy 4-star officer and former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO. He also served as commander of the U.S. Southern Command with responsibility for all military operations in Latin America. He is currently partner and vice chair of global affairs for the Carlyle Group and the chair of the Board of Trustees of the Rockefeller Foundation. Previously, he spent 5 years as dean of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University. Admiral Stavridis has been awarded more than 50 U.S. and international medals and decorations, including 28 from foreign nations. He earned a PhD in international relations from Tufts University and has published 15 books on leadership, character, risk, the oceans, maritime affairs, and Latin America, as well as hundreds of articles in leading journals. Wow, you've done a lot. I invite him now to join me and Chair Strachan to receive his degree. All right, congratulations, Dr. Stavridis. Give him another round of applause. I now invite you to join us at the podium.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. Let me start by getting that down to a normal person's height. What a delight to be with everybody today. President Reardon asked me to speak for about 90 minutes. I assume you're all comfortable. Actually, in reality, I think I'll be the briefest of the speakers. I do want to say to Joe, I am Greek American. We would gladly take you in our community. So my goal this morning is to help you thank those in the audience, which you've done a pretty good job of already, give you a tiny bit of advice based on a book that I think most of you will know, and then get you out of here to get over to the shed and have some beers. Yeah, I know. What a truly marvelous place this is. And I've come to know it over the last year as I've been preparing to do the talk here. And I think you've done a superb job already of recognizing the faculty, the administration, everybody here. But if I could, I think the heroes of the day are the parents. And I would ask the class to stand please, and salute your parents who have brought you to this moment with their devotion and their love. Have a seat. So as you all know, this university was founded in the mid-19th century, 140, 150 years ago, and its very DNA is woven into the fabric of New York City. So as I started to think about, okay, what can I share with the graduates, I thought about books, and I thought about talking about the Bible, or the Torah, or the Quran, or The Prince by Machiavelli, or The Art of War by Sun Tzu. But in the end, I decided on the greatest book of leadership ever written. It's The Godfather by Mario Puzo. So I know most of you have at least seen the movie. You've certainly had a chance to read the book. There's 10 million copies of the book in print today. And as I looked through that book again with a fresh set of eyes, 4 big things stood out to me that I want to offer out to the class. Number 1 is pretty simple, but it's pretty profound. It is that sometimes the person who is right for you is hiding in plain sight. What do I mean? Think about The Godfather. Here is Don Corleone. He has 3 sons. He has Santino, Sonny, who's the obvious superstar, the big, handsome, physical, prepared, clearly the right answer for the family. The second son, Fredo, pretty clearly not the right answer. Number 3, however, is Michael Corleone. He's quiet. He's understated. If I can say it, he's a little bit short. He is also a returning war hero from World War II, but he's off to one side. The Don makes a choice for the family. He picks the obvious choice, Santino. It's the wrong choice. And I would submit to you, class of 25, as you go through life and you're making choices about love or business or family, sometimes the right answer, the person right for you, is kind of hiding in plain sight. Second point from The Godfather, and this one is pretty obvious. Choose the right consigliere. Yeah. If you think about the storyline, the Don turns to his very faithful, very wonderful friend, Hagen. And Hagen is ultimately the wrong choice for a consigliere. And the Don learns that in the course of some pretty dark moments for the family. When you choose your consigliere, when you choose your mentors, choose wisely. And so often, the right answer is family, like the family you applauded a moment ago. Pick the right advisors in your life. Number 3, and boy, this really resonates to me as we live in today's America, where we are so divided. We're so angry all the time. At one point, Don Corleone says, "Don't make the mistake of hating your enemies. It clouds your judgment." Think about that for a moment. What he means, what he means is that you can disagree completely with somebody on the other team. Don't ever allow anger and bitterness and hatred to divide you. It clouds your judgment. And then finally, just picking up on themes that you heard both from Joe and from the chairman of the trustees a moment ago, there will be times when you must fight. You know, Don Corleone was famous for finding the compromise, finding the quiet answer, shifting the table, resetting the facts. But he also knew at some moment in your life, you will have to fight. You will have to fight. Sun Tzu, the great military strategist, said, "When on death ground, fight." That's pretty good advice alongside all those other points. Let me close with just 2 final thoughts. One is on service. People have said to me constantly this morning, "Thank you for your service," because I'm a veteran. It means a lot to me. I hope you continue to do that for our veterans. Thank you. But here's my point. There are so many ways to serve this country. How about our police, our firefighters, emergency medical technicians? How about our diplomats? In this audience today is former Secretary of State Jim Steinberg. How about Peace Corps volunteers? How about Teach for America? How about Volunteer for America? How about educators? There are so many ways to serve the country, and so what I would ask is that, yes, thank the veterans. When you walk out of here this afternoon, stop and thank that police officer who kept us safe. When you go by the firehouse, stick your head in and say thank you. Find that elementary school teacher whose starting salary is $52,000 a year. Thank her for her service. Thank all of them for their service. So I'm going to wrap it up, but I gave you some thoughts from a fictional son of New York, Don Corleone. Let me close with a true son of New York, one of my great life mentors, someone who walked with me throughout my military career, General Colin Powell. Yeah, you should applaud him. Secretary of State, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, National Security Advisor, a remarkable human being. He grew up here in New York. He was a son of the islands, an immigrant's family. Colin Powell famously summarized what he knew about life and what he learned in a long career in 13 rules. You should Google them. The 13 rules, Colin Powell. Of those 13 rules, 4 of them were about optimism. Colin Powell said, "It will look better in the morning." Colin Powell said, "It can be done." Colin Powell said, "Do not take counsel of your fears or naysayers." Colin Powell said, "Optimism, it's a force multiplier." I've tried to live that life that I learned from General Powell. And so my last comment for you, last quote in a morning full of good quotes, is from Napoleon. I love to quote Napoleon for possibly obvious reasons. If you remember nothing else from my small portion of this ceremony, I'd ask you to remember this quote from Napoleon. Napoleon said, "A leader is a dealer in hope." A leader is a dealer in hope, not in fear, not in chaos, not in anger. A leader is a dealer in hope. Be that kind of leader, be that kind of citizen. Class of 25, go make some history.
Thank you, Admiral Stavridis, for your inspiring message. Let's give him another round of applause. Class of 2025, are you ready? Provost Storm, take it away.
Madam President, trustees, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for their degrees by successfully completing the curricula offered by the schools and colleges of Adelphi University, and by having been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees for the awarding of appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I would also like to report that 48 candidates were awarded doctoral degrees at the doctoral hooding ceremony held yesterday. On behalf of the academic deans of Adelphi University and in the name of the faculty, I am pleased to present to you the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree for which they have been recommended. Graduates will be called to the stage with their school or college in chronological order of each school's or college's establishment at Adelphi University. I ask that everyone remain or return to your seat until every student is recognized. The last graduate is as important as the first. I now call forward Dean Vincent Wong to join the President for the conferring of degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences. The candidates for degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise and come forward. Madam President, trustees, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science degrees, and the undergraduate certificate in the College of Arts and Sciences.
Ketsia J. Florival. Salvatore G. Hyun Jones. Francesca Carmela Rousseau. Ruby Mia Haberman. Amara Jonay Lavina Clark. Daniela Barrera Velasquez. Courtney Christina Morrow. Brianna R. Ciclari. Alexandra Andrade. Juliana Rose Martin. Cristina Ferrara. Sydney S. Cienciano. Thea Han Crouch. Ricardo Luis Rey. Patrick Farrell Cavan, Eric H. Polk, Anthony V. Biondo, Bianca J. Rodriguez, Kayla M. Llewellyn, Julia Victoria Parlevich, Maxwell Samuel Mayer, Mattingly Julia Barkin, Celeste Rose Rivietzo, Savannah Ruth Ann Ishmael, Nicolette Vinonia, Kimmy Gabriela Ramirez, Milan Baker, Kelly Ryan, Robert Luis Alamo, Brian Pantoja Martinez, Aramel R. Kasoon, Aaron Fesalbon Funda, Delaney Jasmine Knoll, Kamari Johnny Toussaint, Ariana Kaye, Dimitri Arvido Marai, Jacob Daniel Nelson, Alexandra E. Nagy, Tatiana Tomjuk, Tristan J. Sejo, Sumi Sequoia, Sophia B. Bachman, Jonathan Lee, Bill Liu, Tsunashi Aguilar Garcia, Amelie J. Urea Brito, Anthony Joseph Vela, Jesse D. Walker, Jaspreet Sandhu, Thomas L. Morrissey, Joshua Hunter Braffman, Alex D. Williamson, Courtney Alexa Birmingham, Lee Tao Ni Win, Dylan Rose, Emma Renee Cohen, Brianna Teresa Batres, Sofia Arlicena, Julia Carpio, Joseph DeAndrea, Emily R. Heiler, Gary A. Solorzano Ruiz, Jacqueline E. Singer, Megan Marie Bruscrito, Kyle Cash, Matthew Gutman, Zahin Reti, Jason P. Bier, Ryan Patrick Cardy, Matthew T. Wenz, Nikki L. Searles, Maggie Grace Rhodes, Jake Vincent Orfano, Yulia Semikina, Margaret G. Hannon, Matthew Joseph Paulo, David Chonacki, Matthew Stephen Gomez, John Matthew Stimfel, Kyle Robert Madden, Lucy Hugh, Caitlin R. Cheeseman, Hugo Munoz Reynoso, Asmatullah Khan, Daniel Caleb Alvarez. Saqib H. Bukhari. Wynn Adam Anderson. Arthur William Ramirez. Olivia Ann Nicholson. Skylar P. Dorr. Nolan Gorin. Jahiam N. James. Gabriela Escobar. Jessica Emily Salmaron. Ariana Nela. Anastasia Mazniku. Brandon H. Cordoba. Nicholas A. Ortiz. Cassandra R. Tura. Adriana Barbieri. Danielle Lynn Reby. Chala Jivan. Donna S. George. Chelsea Javier. Lillian Rose Barber. Harold P. Gallagher. Amanda A. Esparza. Charlie Hagan Simon. Michaela Catherine Pishi. Valerie Marie German. Sandra Marielle McKay. Christopher J. Shortino. Jared J. Navarro. Angie Vanessa Diaz. Maria Pena Lopez. Joseph Jang. Melanie Kahn. Sofia A. Villegas. Landon Robert Ohanian. Alexandra Maria. Samantha Tikaram. Anshu Malvia. Zoe Lynn West. Michael J. Orman. Anna Kennedy Oden. Antonia Maria Prishandaro. Brianna Elizabeth Molina. Amanda Iris Garcia. Najeli N. Orlana Amon. Judah Smith. James Gazelle. Michaela P. McCaffrey. Micah Montagnino. Sydney Sky Weissman. Newarka C. Chabla Leon. Priyanka Kishore. Stephanie Christine Giborde. Binit Kaur. Kiara Tarantino. Brendan Paul Lake. Jillian E. Stapleton. Natalie Page Reba. Pamela M. Giannopoulos. Ronnie Kulkarni. Lydia Jane Darrow. Connor James Last. Edward B. Jansen. Anna Kelly Hollywood. Joshua George Tavares. Emily Page DiProperzio. Patrick Starmack. Buran Khan. Summer Sun Yang. Elena Abayeva. Juliana Marie Decker. Faria Rahman Oishi. Nia Celine Samuel. Giovanna I. Filipkowski. Hope Elizabeth Ginther. Quinn Lawrence Lifton Lavelle. Michalis Stiliano. Vanessa V. Desrosiers. Garwin Wagnack. Maura S. Carney. ZZ McGrath Schrader. Courtney Hope Murphy. Asia Shanray Jarvis. Kansa Ali. Desiree Elaine Williams. Shafat Syed. Edwin G. Arroyo. Talha K. Paracha. Solomon Syed. Syed Kidash Husseini. Muhammad Abdullah. Hasher Zahur Ur Rahman. Hamza Zahariye. Hamza Imran Mirza. Carlos Alfonso Urias Choto. Adam Rafael Niazov. Brian Maxwell Leshchinsky. Saida A. Shobnam. Brandon Barak. Elon Trebach. David Benjamin Staven. Nicole Kolta. Sarah Matatov. Mia Fisher. Nicholas Robert Crean. Michael Ryan Koratz. Charles Andrew Casolaro. Matthew A. Klepadlo. Jessica Lynn Schmidt. Bashar H. Al-Sayedi. Megan Alana Wilson. Aliza A. Mirza. Gurjot Singh. Ashley Restrepo. Dennis Shah. Aung Kant Mio. Zachary Evan Lang. Gregory Wansleno. Makai C. Engyu. Ralph Gerard Garcia. Martin Janau. Alan Ribiev. Joshua Isaac Shamalov. Gaurav Gautam. Jake H. Kresser. Aish Malhotra. Mahakpreet Kaur. Victoria C. Rodriguez. Adali Abdurrahmanov. Juliette Rose Valdez. Christopher M. Goodman. Matthew Joseph Cavallo. Hemi A. Patel. Jennifer N. Campoverde. Evan J. Hamu. Ethan Jared Portelli. Davis Joseph. Aaron Grace St. Angelo. Olivia Marguerite Hurd. Juliana Mari Segovia Bendek. Frank Alexander Sheehan. Emily Marie Thomas. Taylor Grace Woods. Shatea K. Pringle. Alena Susana de Leon. Sarah Olivia Marino. Jamie Nicole Rehberger. Geshna Paravata. Alice Natalia Fazal. Yulia K. Ginu. Hannah Thomas. Natalie Olivares. Jalen Reed Hink. Roya W. Parsa. Michael Anthony Scandifio. Krishan Persand. Shayla Montesino. Juan S. Perez. Ryan L. Kwong. Medina Tuktina, Christina Zotoli, Takia Amira Jeter, Kylie Butler, Deasia De Silva, Julia Isabel Lund, Aiden Thomas Acosta, Eric J. Orban, Sebastian Philip DeMarco Weinstein, Michael A. Badaluco, Anthony Joseph Speranza, Giovanna Rose Matthews, Shannon E. Pepe, Cooper Jefferson Rivers, Brianna Rose Shugru, Paige Emily Sacker, Caroline Ingrid Zola, Olivia S. Riegler, Kaylee Nicole Pensick, Jillian A. Terry, Alyssa K. Caviolo, Olivia M. Reed, Andrew E. Jew, Annabelle Beatriz Ojeda, Nikki Y. Coletas, Gianna Marie Nicoletta, Riley Oberting, Danielle Lyric Piccoli, Catherine Farrell, Latrell Malik Thompson, Nia Joy Grace Dean Colbert, Alyssa Joanin Franco, Sarah Bailey Gitano, Katie Gozoloff, Jordan Boyett, Ingrid A. Grande, Evelyn F. Ortiz, Jonathan Bauman, Harrison P. Borod, Mariam Shvangiradze, Ezra Dennis Horowitz, Abigail V. Rosario, Russo E. Francois, Margaret Namak Weissman, Caleb Jacobson, Gianna Marie Nicoletta, Natalie C. Porcello, Jillian Gabrielle McDonough, Sarah N. Ricci, Alexis Dina Kokonos, Stephanie Catherine O'Connor, Joshana Nadine Ramharak, Adriana Betsabe Lopez Franco, Lila O. Arist, Shania Dora Morisot, George E. F. Stathopoulos, Joe Sawma, Stefan Solis, Trentino A. Manco, Peter Caralambus, Luis Dario Usma, Daniela M. Lopez, Charles Leck, Michael Yuzich Dolan, Lorenzini Tavares de Lima Lima, Diaz Utebekov, Fardeen Khan, Nino Burkianadze, Anna Amalia Varveres, Titania A. Abdullah, Brandon Siles, Grace Lim, Benjamin Class, Kirat Singh, Milanjit Singh, Ria Dewal, Shelly Gulkarov, Taryn Preet Kaur, Mihakpreet Kaur, Felice N. Hagerman, Fatimazada Mahmoud Morji. Mariam Y. Mohammed. Victoria A. Umarjit. Stephanie Castro Guzman. Ivy Diana Garcia Lopez.
I now call forward Dean Deborah Hunt to join the President for the conferring of degrees in the College of Nursing and Public Health. The candidates for degrees in the College of Nursing and Public Health will please proceed to the, or we can just go for it, I like it.
Jessica T. Casamajor. Ariana Teresa Portillano. Shani Christine Powell. Brianna N. Steele. Brianna L. McQueen. Genesis Diana Yanez. Vanessa Battaglia. Isabella Marie Carbonara. Francesca Palmieri. Isabella Sofia DeSantis. Fiona M. Maloney. Amari Janelle Johnson. Jenna S. McBride. Christina Kimberly Gale. Samantha Leah Klebner. Daniela Heim. Jacqueline Marie Pittione. Annie N. Roller. Elizabeth A. Schultz. Maria Grzegorski. Alyssa R. Giudice. Jenna M. Locascio. Madison Brank Crofts. Danielle C. Andrea. Samantha Sarah Haggerty. Faith Scott. Angeli Rose Spirito. Julia Ann Superbia. Mikendra Kiria Holder. Nicholas Helguero. Bianca Antonia Cotto. Antonia M. Petronis. Skylar M. Satanino. Kristen Ann Dempsey. Nicole M. Burns. Max Sionov. Emily Rose Cuomo. Julie DeMarco. Ksenia Matatov. Ashley M. Adams. Margaret V. LaMonica. Tatiana Anisa Andre. Veronica Zaluja. Danielle G. Scalamandre. Nicole A. Hannes. Arlena Figliolo. Tess Helgeson. Lucas Andrew Nicolau. Kelsey Maeve Hagan. Gabriela Petria Cahill. Amanda Michelle Moriarty. Jonna L. Blaskovich. Isabella Emily Banelis. Sara Prainito. Gabriela Troya. Maxine Isabel Schwartzer. Jeremy Daniel Brucher. Jonathan E. Purnett. Matthew Yadid Badalov. Catherine R. Chan. Fanny Chen. Ashley Giselle Larea Morales. Angelica Kopek. Yonglin Sen. Michelle Chong. Elmaine Marcelus. Brianna Jamin Ram. Jennifer Pinero. Kaylee P. Gambino. Taylor E. Mazariegos. Isabella R. Marchese. Tenson Lamo. Alex Sauter. Anthony John Hernandez. Christina Marie Cava. Josephine Song Lee. Rebecca T. Paniker. Anthony Nicholas Rodriguez. Nilanga A. Gunaratna. Gabriela Isakov. Antoniette de Pierno. Veronika Wisniewska. Grace M. Bonora. Caden Maraid McKinley. Diane Davy Beer. Rebecca F. Ajay. Sophia Alexandra Lao Yan Longyi. Dahlia Savi. Gina Elizabeth Bamberger. Sebastian Kisano. Tyler Lewis Van Etten. Karina Alyssa Harnarain. Tanisha M. Lundgren. Annalisa Nunez. Gina M. Leon. Alessia A. Itri. Sonia Solomon. Navin Joseph Matthew. Gabriel Alain Neri. Tiffany Joneth Lopez. Lavina Elizabeth Gabi. Oleg Kafarsky. Deanna M. Kona. Sophia DePaulo. Enrique F. Paningsoro. Angelica Palace. Brittany A. Manchun. Andrea Michelle Giganti. Helen Thomas. Erica M. Cancel. Songyi Kim. Lauren Veronica David. Jessica Grace Rubenacker. Stephen Harry Schreiber. Cleon McCoy. Melanie Nuesi. Justine Bona. Anthony J. Rubio Jr. John Ethan Atienza Romero. Daniel Jeremiah Baksh. Bella Odierna. Elma Radoncic. Karina D. Ragunath. Nikita Shobaran. Kaylin Grace Woods. Selena Marie Seivert. Maria Dimitra Pipis. Nethmi Patharaja Apuhamilade. Isadora M. Inchong. Leah Y. Yakubova. Christine Kensel. Mandeep Kaur. Peggy Tan. Pia Rose Tongzona Lana. Catherine Elizabeth Hickey. Emma Penelope Papas. Bianca Augustma. Vanessa Janae Pezuto Talar. Samya Bosson. Jyotsna Kotelil. Hannah Sarah Matthew. Crippa Elizabeth Thomas. Lauren Nicole Lampman. Megan Rebecca Roman. Brianna Leguizamon. Catherine Diana Limus Vides. Callie Benoit Weedle. Daniela Ilyaev. Allison Nicole Vasquez. Kayla Nelovic. Nicholas Thomas Calabrese. Jordan L. Donato. Gemma Catherine Mooney. Caroline Mary Meyer. Jenna Nicole Campo. Brianna Klein. Catherine Elizabeth Hickey. Gabriel Page B. Aglubat. Fernando Jose Estrada. Karen Zhang. Nora Grace Foot. Natalie Baez Cespedes. Gabriela Inocenza Baloglo. Lena Marie Delegati. Marjan Anwari. Henna Shah. Tossin B. Ifa. Valerie Marie Moser. Alexis Marie Lund. Sukhbir Kaur. Alexa C. Rambaran. Dylan Oscar Norby. Ariana Lea Sanchez. Jessica Genti. Brianna Marlene Sanchez. Shannon S. Snyder. Danielle Dwyer. Cindy Chicas Flores. Ashley A. Navarro. Brianny N. Perard. Natalia Tanil Josephs. Isabel Denica Narvaez. Krista Joan Antonio. Haley Mae Cruz. Eliana Jolene Brenes. Brianna Nicole Pearson. Victoria Rachel Manisharova. Victoria A. Morgan. Angelina Marie Kellogg. Komal Kaur. Nicholas Vincent Parente. Rachel Saji. Sarah Rose Matthews. Jacqueline Elisa Matos. Emma McGahan. Andrew Anthony Castillo. Julia Lauren Hannon. Antonella Rachel Niazov. Adela Rivka Niazov. Samantha F. Hauk. Patricia Zacek. Julia Marie Letty. Joanne C. Hetrick. Marcella J. Deldana. Teresa Putrino Lother. Kiana Mayara Samante. Kamara Khan. Maya El Simbulan, Nizamuddin Khaja, Nicholas K. Stopakis, Awais Nadim Shokat, Jaskaran Singh, Abigail Shantoy Stevenson, Kara Y. Allen, Kayla Nichelle Regis, Angelina Marie Mole, Vanessa Niarco, Tasha L. Allen, Erin Kathleen Burchill, Barneet Sekan, Brian Michael Harinsky, Destiny Christopher, Abigail Alicia Rihanna Edwards, Daniela Maria Reyes, Melissa Valdez, Tiana Joseph Ruiz, Wendy C. Bedoya, Nicole D'Angelo, Sarah Kilkenny, Sarah J. Mueller, Melanie De La Cruz, Astrid D. Bonilla Rios, Karina Yvette Sanchez, Amber Liz Linares, Jasmeet Kaur, Maya M. Matthew, Vinaya Robert, Jenny Das, Rizila Thapa, Alexa Lieberman, Karen Molaev, Leah Rachel Zakaim, Maya Rebecca Tsor, Leah Murdahayev, Avital Niazov, Devora Fruma Applebaum, Nicole Vilches, Juliana Cabello, Sarah Keda, Victoria E. Jaffe, Evelyn M. Sosinov, Rebecca F. Nullman, Giselle Amaya, Shanil Monique Myers, Analia L. Maldonado,
I now call forward Dean Joanne Corbin for the conferring of degrees in the School of Social Work. Madam President, trustees, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Social Work degrees from the School of Social Work.
Felix Torres, Paul Robart Evangelista, Clary Castro, Irene M. Costales, Zara Mala Ibrahim, Lynn Abby Michelle Bigord, Ariani K. Pasantes, Rossi Yvette Bran Uceda, Priscilia Esther Jean, Jamie Marie Barrett, Victoria C. Springer, Sam Perry, Julia Marie Didi, Olivia Rose Salvatore, Lauren A. Jones, Jason J. McKenzie, Gloria Garcia, Kiara Ruth Herrera, Fiona Drennan,
I now call forward Dean J. Christopher Moran for the conferring of degrees in the Gordon F. Derner School of Psychology. Madam President, trustees, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees in psychology from the Gordon F. Derner School of Psychology.
Anika Darlene Webster. Victoria Marie Racine. Isabella Magliaro. Alexa Rose Munson. Gianna N. Dorfman. Kelly Teresa Fabio. Karen Preet Kaur. Brianna Daniela Barajas. Melanie Ann Grine. Melly Rachel Rappaport. Madison Ray Castelli. Bridget Mary Melendez. Juliana M. Nichols. Frank W. Garger. Zoe K. Hostin Broadwater. Peyton V. Jordan. Juliana G. Evangelista. Damiana Nicole Martino. Emily Teresa Vardaro. Maddie Rose Jerby. Valentina Escobar. Lara F. Ponce. Margarita Rodriguez. Avril Elizabeth Bowles. Anna D. Justino. Victoria De Palma. Rachel Park. Carly A. Lambrinan. Alexandra Wadolowski. Danielle Akilov. Heather J. Gittleson. Natasha Ganasangande. Samantha Fernanda Pozo. Nichelle Verdia. Madison M. Quinn. Erica J. Gibson. Yamona J. Coley. Chandini Persod. Athena Zoe Stockdale. Claudia Maria Zaro. Alexandra M. Carson. Rebecca R. Oriana. Crystal Nicole Noonan. Eleanor R. Wolfstein. Jeremy M. Fowler. Alyssa Nicole Litch. Cameron McQuillan. Ash Carter. William Sequoia. Nicholas Joseph Strada. Michael James Rodriguez. Bianca Almonte. Jessica Nicole Diaz. Alyssa Geschlecht. Raquel L. Chiarolanza. Kubilai M. Uyghur. Emily Daniela Ushka. Yafa Reichwald. Reese William James Farrow. Madea Tanushi. Mariam Ajmal Shami. Brianna M. Ford. Ashley Rodriguez. Nicolette R. Judice. Michael Baccarella, Stephanie Ferreira, Hannah Lynn Whitehill, Michael Stuparich Jr., Kayla Friedel, Alyssa Alarcon, Lily Page Kuna, Alyssa M. Rutherford, Catherine Ray Zagar, Trista Kraus, Massimo Pozzilico, Kiera A. Noble, Lola Marie Kachansky, Daniel Ethan Smolensky, Gino Vincent Capone, Tahir Etania Zakar Don, Adriana Timpano, Emily A. Ledesma, Alana Raquel Bernstein,
Onyx Denise Newsom.
Brian A. Doxey, Madison Janelle Gant, Wensha Rosaline Noel, Amber K. Darkins, Kyler A. Sanders, Sky Colon, Madison Lynn Cipriano, Jaylene S. Aponte, Caitlin Nicole Schwab, Joanna Callie Maciag, Sabrina Nancy DiCrescido, Tori N. Deal, Joseph Robert Pardee, Hafizur Rahman Anik, Tyler James Kilpatrick, Hao Jiang, Rania Amir, Jacqueline Greff, Emma Lauren Battenberg, Juliana Josephine Korakis, Don J. Tortora, Devara Wiratunge, Caroline G. Safen,
Alejandro De Castro.
Angie N. Zamora, Maria Duman, Nicole A. Karkach, Jenna Yuanye Steinberg, Afra Ada Alam, Angelina Sideli, Alexandra Rose Campbell, Hannah Paige Kolsky, Latacia Ruth Willis, Alexa Shiomara Fox-Wolf, Alana Holmes, Chris A. Franklin, Yumna Amir,
Andres Fulgencio Jr.
Marco Jovanovic,
I now call forward Dean Marianne Highland for the conferring of degrees in the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business. Madam President, trustees, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Art, Bachelors of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Science degrees from the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business.
Marco Jovanovic, Asser Mohammed Ibrahim, Nuha Sanya, Leonardo Filippi. Caterina Federici. Victor Castel. Alba Maria Lopez Martinez. Mauricio Fuentes Castillo. Javier Ruiz Bort. Pablo Herrera Martin. Carlos Enrique Acosta. Callum Richard Walmsley. Václav Borovicka. Hugh Christopher Keenan. Justin Tyler Iavaroni. Rohan Inam Qazi. Tara J. Torosian. Marissa A. Massaro. Rocio Alvarado. Domenica Garibaldi. Suhair Samuels. Jennifer E. Aguilar. Lauren Grace Rusi. Isabella Jose Velez Hill. Alex Jason Crespo. Ethan A. Fortaleza. Arif Rahaman. Miguel Labonilla Terceiro. Gordon Kenneth Hall. Parkash Lechumanan. Michelle Chaiko. Michael Russo. Sarah Hadi Bustamante. Maria Alejandra Carvajal. Sebastian Zapata. Adi Saginayev. Alexis Hellman. Jaden Nicole Novak. Sabrina Hott. Mark Heinz Huber. Monish Sheraman. Delaney Jolene Kendra. Soteria Susan Sartsatakis. Micah Norderud. Haley S. Arnold. Claudia Banca. Allison Francis Haggerty. Adyav Batra. Christopher Leary. Gianfranco F. Berga. Brian R. Fuentes. Antonio V. Scotto Di Clemente. Brendan S. Stevenson. Rafael Velasquez. Arshdeep Kaur. Jashanpreet Singh. Zoe Chen. Susan Wu. Enzar Fassel. Donovan M. Bonicha. Natalie Mazariegos. Brian Contreras. Julia Mia Bianco. Sophia Ray Vassallo. Angelina R. Ferrara. Jordan Dana Kessler. Nicholas G. Finger. Nikki Irene Anastasados. Catherine Maureen Reinhardt. Christopher P. Arato. Josh Stefan Balram. Brandon Laliev. Daniel A. Lombardo. Brendan Nanko. Robert V. Malamo. Matthew Joseph Parda. Stephen Robert Randazzo. Jose Geofredo Gonzalez. Pedro I. Erazo Jr. Yoshua Mateo. Andrew Thomas Curry. Michael Paul Acelta. Jacqueline J. Weinstein. Julia Garcia. Bridget Elizabeth Casson. Therese Margaret Doxey. Nicholas Charles Tufos. Mason S. Rivera. Kobe James Curry. Alec Emil Ramos. Leannon Harcourt Brooke. Rendice Joseph. Jacqueline M. Nemesek. Hanshuai Huang. Emily Ray Miller. Natalie Antunes. Victoria Paulina Tabone. Ahnaf Rashid Alvi. Ajwad Ulalam Chowdhury. Ilona Muya. Elisa Gabriela Martinez Ortega. Adrina Taylor. Jelena Pavlovich. Victoria S. Galliano. Simran Aramutar. Monica Larissa Alonso. Abigail Chever Galvez. Shanza Umer. Lily Christine Meyer. Trenis T. Turnbull. Calicia Chardonnay Johnson.
I now call forward Dean Sandra Castro for the conferring of degrees in the College of Professional and Continuing Studies. Madam President, trustees, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Associate in Arts degrees from the College of Professional and Continuing Studies.
Matthew John Delphus. Michael DePrado. Malky Schwab. Anthony Thomas Sarika Jr. Aman Singh. Hedi Giselle de la Rosa. Katiti L. Mays. Dorothy D. Durant. Daniel Francis Schroeder. Nicholas R. Biancotti. Andriana P. Di Bartolomeo Castro. Sean Lingat. Edward P. Mabry Jr. Zachary Berman. Javis Vermeersch. Gabrielle Jin Kim. Juliet V. Felice. Julie G. Stewart. Michael Hughes. James Jess Bavaro. Sharon Small. Deandra Jones. Emmanuel Reese Wilson. Yasmin Burns Pratt.
I now call forward Dean Xiaolei Wang for the conferring of degrees in the Ruth S. Ammon College of Education and Health Sciences. Madam President, Trustees, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Science degrees from the Ruth S. Ammon College of Education and Health Sciences.
Alessandro Russo. Matthew P. Rain. Amado Ortiz. William Joseph Rella. Matthew Joseph P. Mongolo. Christopher Salvatore Dudin. Connor William Bruder. Anthony Michael Grosso. Nicholas Joseph Castilla. Kyle Wagner. Jonathan Christian Murphy. Gianna Josephine Porcasi. Julia Fusco. Lauren A. Holt. Noelle Lynn Alberda. Jamea McKenna Harris. Campbell M. Pfizer. Chuck Michael Nwankwo. Carl Cedric Bassett. Andre Hartnell Francis. Antonio J. Romano. Brian Ulrich Kambari. John Tyler Na Padron. Bryce Derek Ridley. Darlene Ashley Munoz. Matthew Francis Price. Francesca J. Manzella. Michael Apostolos Panos. Jason Scott Rabaudo. Madison E. Heydrich. Allison Escobar. Leslie Dayanara Leon. Shannon Jane DeMarinis. Richard L.A. Cuenca. Tyler Aiden McCoy. Khan Caragone. Ellen Maldonado. Yulia Wisniewski. Rosa F. Salamoni. Amy Elizabeth Duran. Sean Matthew Kenny. Jordan I. Duffy. Kara A. Washington. Jillian Rachel Ritchie. Tony Ann Rubo. Aglaya Gia T. Evstathopoulos. Desiree Marguerite Galanti. Tatiana Marie Araujo. Olivia Jasmine Lefebvre. Benicia R. Lasco. Tia S. Lakansing. Gurserat Kowalia. Christian B. Biename. Emily Elizabeth Peralta. Kayla Savannah Russo. Marilyn Canales. Nicole Havro. Alana Simone Pierce. Jason Thomas Soris. Tyler James Kotarski. Luke Patrick Heron. Brian Edwin Rowland. Mia Acevedo. Nina Elizabeth Ruisi. Dana Adayal. Celine Jason Paliakara. Juliana Focus. Tonian J. Frazita. Mary Catherine Piaquadio. Adriana Marie Bellini. Roshanali Deuji. Ariana Carmela Sambade. Blake Samuel Pomerantz. James Gordon Vogel. Jonathan Solomon. Julia Conchetta Raguses. Sofia Giovanna Caridi. Daniela Saro. Caitlin Anderson. Caitlin Jean O'Connell. Yasmin E. Abdelhamid. Carolyn Shaw. Catherine P. Josephak. Rachel Berlin. Thomas Patrick Hanley. Reed Benjamin Paddock. Sean Richard Panker. Danielle Rivera. Brian Matthew Dominguez. Nelson Reyes. Christian E. Contreras Arciles. Tony C. Petian. Ailton Flores. Justin Matthew Potash. Lucas Grillo. Emily Yesenia Henriquez. Veronica A. Constantinides. Jake Storm Sands. Brandon Wilson. Jesse Emerson Rosenberg. Eric Michael Cristino. Antonio Joseph Uria. Dean L. Baer. Farah Pearlie Bruno. Giselle Crystal Sanchez. Isabel A. Jascarin. Stephanie Candace Lopez. Dylan Connor Macavatti. Luca J. Nithi. Jonathan Wells. Christina T. Barbarino. Adriana Michelle Ciani. Sumaira Mayan. Gian H. Zimnis. Steve Martin Quishbalema. Angelina Sacon. Carly Rose Issing. Emily Page Klein. Inez S. D'Souza. Marissa Farino. Melissa J. Goldstein. Liberty Jacqueline Nemeth. Sheila M. O'Mara. Sydney M. Rosenoff. Cody A. Chambers. Alexandra Page Murphy. Sierra Apal. Yanira R. Garces Rocha. Madison L. Clampman. Kadeen Pierre. Melanie J. Mendez. Patricia M. Nixon. Isabella Mary Banayan. Bridget Elizabeth Howard. Kayla Brzostowski. Ryan Patrick Durnan. Nicholas O'Shea. Rahul Krishan. Devin Patel. Gavin Graff. Jana Rochelle Carpio. Jonathan Joseph Falacaro. Joseph Anthony Pellegrino. Philip Anthony Diaguano. Jack R. Wishner. John M. Katusko. Cassandra Bedard Lamoth. Karina Annalise Ruiz. Elva Wu. Tiana B. Samuel.
Graduates, please stand if you're able. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Adelphi University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of Adelphi University, I hereby confer upon you, respectively, the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Class of 2025, move your tassels. You can do better than that. Whoop it up. As our newest alumni, you may now join in the singing of our alma mater performed by our talented students once again.
Our alma mater true, we sing in loyalty. The glory of thy name shall ever sound with honor, love, and hope that we have found. The truth shall make us free as we go on our way. Adelphi lives forever, the brown and the gold for aid.
Okay, I have one presidential mandate for all of the families and friends. You need to spoil your graduates for the remainder of the week. Is that a deal? Let's give it up one more time for our class of 2025. Have an amazing time celebrating. If you're able, please rise and remain standing while the platform party proceeds.